Good morning or good afternoon, depending on where you're from. I'm trying to get used to the audio. I apologize, but hello, ladies and gentlemen. Am I yelling, Sam?
No, you're good.
Cool.
Jello, I'm Sam.
That is Sam. Yeah, a lot has happened. I don't like this. I don't like being able to. I'm going to turn that off. But we're live, Sam. You can start talking.
What do you want to talk about?
Anything.
Anything?
We can talk about what's been happening. There we go. Okay, I'm not fucking.
How would you feel if the world was taken over by aliens?
If the world.
Like secretly, like because that's like a thing for a lot of media and theories lately. Like I'm watching Peacemaker, and there's these butterfly aliens that are decided to take over hosts for like politicians and stuff. But I've read the book The Host, and it's the only assimilated thing where it's like other than Pluribus where aliens completely take over and you start off after the fact.
Um, Out of all the alien movies, all the different contexts,
Yeah. Like
I
I
hope
think it's really realistic.
I hope it's most like Rick and Morty, where they're just kind of
The Intergalactic Federation and all
yeah,
that.
and they just kind of pull up and they're like,
They're
"Hey guys,
terrorists.
who?"
Rick and Morty are terrorists
Yeah, but I'm
in
not
their
saying
own
that.
world.
I hope we're Rick and Morty. I hope like outside of
Oh, like that's
Earth,
all.
eh, yeah, or Star Wars, and then there's a at
I
some
get what you're
point,
saying. But
like
like
it's all organized,
mhm.
and it's not just some like Independence Day BS, and they pull up and they're like,
Well, mathematically there is other life out in the universe. Like the odds aren't like zero.
"How do you feel about AI? You think we're creating a life?"
Life, I don't know. Interesting to think about.
It is. Takes up a good portion of my day thinking about it. Yeah, eh, I think AI's already taken over, but aside from that,
You know the new season of Free Run dropped?
no, I didn't. And
You're kind of wearing the shirt. I
I
wonder who
know
bought it for you.
that's good news. That is
Spent my last 20 bucks on my account.
it's a
No, I'm
hundred
joking.
percent. It did drop.
It's on its way like in.
So you lied to me.
Well, it's not the whole season's aired, but like they drop weekly episodes.
Cool. Okay. I'll either I might wait until it's all dropped. Honestly, I won't. I'm gonna watch it. But
Like I've been watching Sentenced to Be a Hero and Hell's Paradise right now. But Hell's Paradise, they are dropping the sub and then the dub is a few weeks later follows. So I don't know if you want to watch Free Run subbed or dubbed.
mm, yes, I can't multitask and watch it subbed.
I know you used to be a very hardcore subbed person.
It's a lot easier when you're schmacked.
What to watch subbed?
Because then you're just like,
I would argue the other opposite, because you could just own it. I don't watch anime while fucked up. I have very picky shows when I'm fucked up to watch.
schmack could mean anything.
I know, like drunk, I can't. I have to watch very certain shows, and then I always like put something on and fall asleep to it.
I understand that. I rarely fall asleep to anything. I can't do that. I just wake up.
Like
I
the
can't go to sleep.
well, like I was trying to watch a movie the other day and I fell asleep during it, and then I woke up halfway through and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna go to bed because it was so late.
hmm
And then I went. It was the housekeeper, and then I went to the part that I was at, and where I woke up, and I was like, "Oh, I watched half the movie and fell asleep during it."
Yeah, if I'm
But I
drunk,
wasn't like drunk or anything. I was just tired.
I could probably fall asleep to
Oh, when
something.
I'm drunk and I'm watching something, it's purely on for noise. I'm not paying attention.
Yeah. Yeah, I usually end up just playing video games or something
While drunk, that's crazy.
if I get too drunk. Because then I'm like, I got so much to do. If I get so inebriated to where I'm like, I can't do business stuff, I can't do podcast stuff, I can't write music,
See,
then
I
I'm
don't like
playing
the
video
taste of
games.
alcohol, so it's like, what's the point of just getting tipsy? I'd rather just get fucked up.
Yeah, I mean, I like to every
Like,
now
I
and then
don't
it's
drink that often, so when I do drink, I'm gonna get fucked up.
I agree. I don't drink too often, but I don't know. Lately, with the 100 proofs and the new different type of whiskeys I've been drinking, oh man, I've the last like 3 times I've paced myself, I've just gotten shit faced. So usually though, I just drink enough to like get into what's that word? Like a flow state where you're
Hmm.
just loose.
I just don't like alcohol that much because it makes me feel like I'm like I can't control myself
You're
in
probably drinking too
situations.
much.
No, I mean like just it's situational. Like if I'm tipsy, I feel like less out of control.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's just like I don't like the feeling of getting drunk, and then when you are drunk, it's like, oh, it's one thing to green out versus getting like blackout. Because
Hmm.
when you green out, you're just gonna go take a nap and you're fine. But like when you're blackout, you're like, oh, I could run into it, like get hit by a car, and I wouldn't even know.
I thought you said when you're black now.
Black now?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. You know those New Year babies in the cakes that you get from New Orleans?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
little white one? Or
Aren't
well,
they
ours was a little
different?
white one and I named it Black Baby.
Aren't there different colored
BBBB.
babies?
Yeah. One year we got a black baby from it.
Yeah.
But
I
I
don't
like
get the slice.
I just like call I
Was it
like the
your
name.
slice?
No, I didn't I found it well, this year I didn't find it. But then mom was like, "Well, it's right here." And then I'm like, "Nobody else is eating this, so I know where it is." So I just ripped it out of the cake. And then I named it Black Baby.
That's
Ironically,
what they're doing to women.
it's a white baby,
They're
but
just ripping
BBB
them out of
sounds
the
better than
cake.
WBB. So
What?
his initials, Black Baby, sounds better
But
than
he's
White
a white
Baby.
baby
Yeah,
that you named Black Baby.
yeah, and his initials are BBB versus WBB.
Wouldn't it be BB for Black Baby?
No, Black Baby, BBB. It's the syllable. Black Baby,
I guess his middle name could be Bay
Baby.
and his last name could be B.
Well, I like how you got to say baby either way in a French accent because I got that from Emily in Paris.
Bay Bay.
Bébé. That's how they say it. But
Sounds like a cologne
amendment.
or
It is.
a
It was a perfume they made.
European basketball player.
It was a baby perfume they made, ironically,
Oh,
and then they switched it and put a spin on it. It was a whole thing, but it was a marketing campaign.
Bebe.
The meme put me on Emily in Paris, and I was like, "Oh, the show is so stupid." And then I put it on, and I was like, "Emily, what are you gonna do next? Come on, girl.
That's one of
Who are you
those
gonna
like
sleep with? Like, what's the vibes?"
she seems all right. She seems
Girl,
like a
I
fun
don't
time.
understand how like she has she's dating millionaires at points in the show, and
Mm.
she doesn't give it up. I'm like, girl, quit your job, marry the millionaire, live your best life. She says no every time.
Some
Modern women, am I right?
how's the saying go? Some die of thirst and some drown.
Well, she's also super like she makes a lot of money, and like it's enough money where they opened a branch temporarily in Rome, and they set her up with apartment and everything. But that was after they left their parent company,
Mm.
which Emily originally worked for. That got so the Paris company marketing firm got bought by American company, and so the person that was going to go to the British company ended up getting pregnant and couldn't go, so Emily went in her place. That's how the story goes.
Hmm.
And then throughout the seasons, the Paris company like stabs the parent company in the back and dips and quits and then starts her own firm. And Emily's kind of stuck in the middle. And then she joins the Paris people and leaves America altogether. So I'm like, throughout the thing, they talk about how they're struggling financially.
Doesn't she go to like Mexico or something?
She goes to Paris and then she goes to Rome, but she's also a social media person. So she's making money. Like, there's points in the show where they're like, you can just be social media and you have like millions of followers. You make money from doing this.
Hmm.
You can solely do this. And like a lot of companies are trying to poach her to be like social media marketer or like
What does
in
she do on
house,
social media?
like on Instagram.
She's just, hey guys, it's
Yeah, so
Emily in
her
Paris.
her handle when she moved to Paris was Emily in Paris. So when she moved to Rome for a little bit, it was Emily in Rome. So
Oh.
that's her handle on Instagram. And so she made
Is
her
it
like
real? Is her character like really on Instagram?
I've never looked. That would be really cool. Did you know I learned about this in high school. There's an Instagram story of a little German girl but from the point of view, it's like what a normal German girl would do,
Anne Frank.
but during World War II. So she's like has her
Anne
own.
Frank was
No,
Jewish.
it's not Anne Frank, but it's like some random girl.
Of
But
a
it was like a
German
skit. It
girl.
was skits like, oh, I'm a normal teenager. Oh no, the Nazis? Who are they? And it was like kind of like there was one where she was eating ice cream, but it looked like back in the day type vibes. I
Oh,
need to
it
charge
was
my
it
phone.
AI and she had like her phone.
Well, I don't know that much, but it was a long time ago. Do you have a charger over here?
Yeah, right here.
Trying to get me on camera. Do you mind if I plug in my phone?
Not at all. Can you hand me my phone? It's right there. I'm trying not to move too much. My side profile
Okay,
is
just
crazy.
go like this with the camera so I can snap. Well, no.
Here.
There we go. I want to be mysterious and hot, you know? But I don't want to be too mysterious where then
Do you
they
want
see,
to
where they
bring
see
your
the
phone over there?
well, when they do the face reveal, they get disappointed like they did with there was this really big
Mhm.
streamer and
Smiley or
Dream,
Dream.
and he did a face reveal and everybody's like, "Oh my gosh, he sounds so hot. He's going to be so hot." And then he went and everybody's like, "Ugh." But like he's not an ugly guy. He's an
No.
average Joe, but
Yeah,
it's,
people
but it's like
can be so mean.
yeah. I feel bad for him.
I mean,
then
he's making
He went back
buttloads.
to covering his face. That's the part where it's
Yeah.
like the messed up part.
But I mean, he got some major publicity out of it.
Yeah, what you gonna do? And I still don't like. Show them the camera. This is not sponsored, by the way, so I'm gonna cover the logos. But I refilled this with an energy drink that's supposed to be blue. On the outside, the can's blue, but it's clear on the inside. So
Okay, now let's see. Now
That's
in
crazy.
the comments, I said that you have.
it's delicious.
I'm not gonna make fun of your wrists.
Are you? What about my wrists?
I was gonna ask.
What about
if,
my
remember
wrists?
when I said you have elderly wrists?
Oh my gosh, that's so funny, bro. When you said something about my wrists, I thought about my tattoo with wrists on it, and Zach made fun of how the wrists are super skinny on that.
I've
and
always
I was
wanted
like,
hand tattoos.
well, people are famously bad at drawing hands, so.
Well, no, I don't want a tattoo of a hand. I want tattoos on my hands. That's hilarious,
Like Uncle
though.
Mark.
Yeah.
And then I know a few people that have like, I knew one dad, I forgot who, but they have all their kids' initials on his knuckles.
You have elderly wrists, and I have
I wouldn't say
Skinny.
I have elderly wrists.
mine are too skinny.
I have no. The skinniest part on my body is my wrists.
Be careful.
Because even when I'm fat, my wrists, I can like fit my whole hand around my arm, and I'm like,
I can't do my
On
index
point.
finger and my thumb.
really, I can do every finger on my wrist. Well, not my pinky and thumb, but every other finger I can do on my wrist. I'm skinny.
I know. Every time I want a tattoo, I just I can't bring myself to do it.
They're expensive, and
I'm so
sometimes you need to
cheap.
get touched up. Like both my tattoos, I had to go back and get them touched up because of the red.
Really?
Yeah.
When was this? Immediately after? Or
No, like a
recently?
few weeks after they healed, I was like, oh, I got them both, and then I went, and I was like, can you just touch them up? But I know what my next tattoo is. I like color tattoos, and I want 3 dragons across my chest, flying, playing, and breathing fire.
Like small ones?
No, I have a photo. Well, yeah, but the original okay, I get my tattoos from Pinterest.
Make sure you get these tattoos after your medulla oblongata is fully developed. Your frontal lobe.
Yeah,
that's
there
what
you
I
go.
meant.
I was like, what the heck are you? But yeah. Well, I got those in college freshman year, so I
Yeah,
forget I have tattoos sometimes. I'm not gonna lie.
those are the best ones. I mean,
They're also on my thighs, so I don't see them.
I always tell myself I'll get them, but honestly, by the time I get them, I'd like to get them when I have a substantial amount of money. So, by the time I get tattoos, I'll probably just be able to delete
Kim
them.
K.
Hmm?
Okay, Kim K. She says she's famously quoted saying, "Don't put a bumper sticker on a Bentley." It's the tattoos, but she has tattoos, I think now, of like her kids and stuff.
Yeah, if I got some, I just want to like do it for like a month and just blast.
You know they make temporary tattoos like that, but like ironically, they aren't really tattoos. Like they were
No,
advertised.
I'd want to like blast my whole body with tattoos for like a month and
No, these
Impulse.
people advertised a year-long tattoo and it would fade, but
Mm.
like they're still not faded on some people.
Yeah, I've seen a few of them that last a long time.
But hand tattoos wear off really fast. So does
No,
the ones inside your mouth.
I did want to ask world events.
Oh,
Billie Elijah,
Billie Eilish.
William
I've
Eilish,
seen a lot of people
Billie
making fun of
Eilish.
her.
Huh?
I've seen a lot of memes about her. I saw a really okay. I kind of
What
reposted
does
it,
your generation think?
but
What do you think? I don't even want to say. I don't
I'm
even want
gonna
to put.
say
I don't even want to put you in the box of anything.
okay. I'm gonna
Of
say
your.
my point of view on the situation.
Hmm.
I saw a TikTok post that I reposted, and it was basically Project 13,
No.
the house party movie where everybody goes to the house party and they burn
Is
down the
that what it was
neighborhood.
called? Project 13?
Or Project X, sorry.
Project X. I was
Yeah.
gonna say I'm not that old.
Project 13, I'm pretty sure, is about a high school, two girls in high school that go. So yeah, it's a different movie. But
Okay.
Project X,
We're not talking about the Epstein files yet.
no, it has the chick from
That was a joke.
Twilight in it,
I was joking.
and like I haven't seen it, but it's supposed to be really angsty.
That was probably a bad
But
joke.
Project X is they burn down the house or whatever.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
saw somebody make an AI version of Billie Eilish's house getting raided by Native Americans, and then taking scenes and being like, "It's our house now," because she said the land, nobody is
Hmm.
illegal on stolen land.
What
So
would your
then,
speech be if you were at the Grammys?
if I was at the Grammys, I think my speech would be like the one lady from the Jackie, which is famously the shortest speech on I think it was the Oscars or whatever, and she goes, "Okay, I won, thank you, bye." And she got up and walked.
Short and sweet.
But everybody was like, "Oh, she was clearly having a panic attack. Like she was like, didn't know what she said."
My favorite was probably who's that old lady who she mispronounced. She
I'm
said
like,
it,
which one? There's like they're all old.
she's dating a really young dude right now, and
Oh,
she mispronounced. She said a
is she a
different name.
singer? She's Cher.
Cher. I was like,
Yeah.
it's a
The
very
moment
short,
when you
it's a short
said
name.
dated a younger guy, I'm like, she's older and she's dating a significantly younger guy.
I think she said an artist from her generation. I
Mhm.
think I could be wrong, but she said a different artist, and I think it was Kendrick Lamar who she called up.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not, but whoever she called up, I think it was Kendrick Lamar. But
Mm-hmm.
he handled it so well.
I heard there was a lot of like mispronunciations of the Grammys.
Yeah, I think the
Ironically,
Grammys is a dying generation. It is
well,
the idea of it
mhm.
will turn into something else, but
It's very political for sure. The Grammys are hardcore. Like Nicki Minaj, she said before she went sideways, but she was like, "Yeah, she was set to perform, and she told the fans she was going to perform this song, but Whitney Houston, I'm pretty sure, died around the time or something like that, and the director or whatever of the Grammys was like, you cannot perform this song out of respect for what's her
was
face.
it Whitney Houston's song?
I don't think so. It was
Who was
just
performing?
Nicki Minaj,
Mm.
but it was just around the time, and everybody was like, you probably
When Whitney Houston died,
yeah.
I think that was I
It
don't
was
know.
a minute ago. This situation happened a minute ago, but it was like she got blacklisted for it because she went on and performed anyway, and she
Well,
never.
keep talking. I want to look up
Yeah,
details.
I just like she just got blacklisted for it, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm never gonna get a Grammy. I'm not gonna get any of these awards because the guy came to me after the fact and was like, you're blacklisted." So, but ironically, I heard Nicki Minaj. I don't know if this is just true or not, but she went on a tirade for like the few months with Turning Point, but now she's like not denouncing Turning Point, but trying to take back a few things she said or clarify what she stands for. And she's like, "Yeah, Turning Point's all about this, but I'm not all about that in certain aspects." And you could tell she's trying to like save face because how much of her like she's losing so much money.
When did Whitney Houston die? Which occurred her performance of Roman Holiday. Okay, Nicki Minaj has often indicated she was blackballed by the Grammys following her controversial 2012 performance of Roman Holiday, which occurred shortly after Whitney Houston's death. While she did not perform a Whitney Houston song, the timing of her religious-themed theatrical performance caused industry tension. When do you think Whitney passed?
Well, near when you just said so, or the 2012.
No way.
I thought she died in the 90s,
Me too.
but I don't know.
Wow, February 11th, 2012. She was born in 63, so she was 48.
So she was, yeah, and she died in a bathtub doing heroin
Oh my gosh. When did she get famous?
when she was younger.
Wow, I thought it was like
But like, there's enough time where things
yeah,
that
because she was young in the
Mhm.
90s, so she probably
what's
it's
that one artist?
1992 was I Will Always Love You. So that means she had like a 10-year reign
She was like the shit, and then I
and
guess
then
fame
died.
got to her. Yeah, but who's that one lady that she's a Mexican artist,
RIP.
and her manager killed her. She's really famous. I forget her name, and people are gonna hate me for it. But
Are you talking about
it's like with Whitney Houston's error, but she was
uh
famous enough. But the
Natalie
manager,
Wood?
no, it's like not not Celine Dion, but it's like she was big, and her manager killed her, but her manager got put on parole recently, and they denied her, and everybody was just saying that like once she got out, people are gonna kill her because how well loved the artist was.
An artist?
Like yeah, there was a whole movie about it.
Female artist?
Mexican female artist killed by manager, and she what's it called? I see her face in my mind's eye so clearly. I just don't know her name.
In a plane crash?
No, like she got shot. The manager murdered her. She was gonna be put on parole.
Selena
Yeah,
Perez? Selena
not Celine.
Quintanilla Perez, the queen of tango music,
And she
was
got murdered. It's Celine something. I'm pretty sure.
managing Selena.
Yeah.
Selena. Yeah, I think I remember. I don't remember her middle last name, but I remember an artist named Selena.
But she was she has like long
1995
hair.
American singer Selena fatally shot.
She was shot a few,
Corpus Christi, Texas.
but she got shot a few times. It was like the manager tried to make it look like a certain like it was a whole thing.
Mm, 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 mm,
But
mm.
that's jealousy and fame for you.
Yeah. Power corrupts ultimately. Ultimate power corrupts ultimately. And
So,
Coke had probably a lot to do with many decisions made in the late 90s.
you want me to tell you who else has
Or
a
early.
rumor going about them skiing?
All I heard was skiing.
There's a rumor going around that Nicki Minaj loves the slopes. And
She's been hanging out with a lot of white people.
but her and Cardi B were kind of going at it online, and Nicki Minaj brought up Cardi B's child, and Cardi B was like, "You're married to a pedophile, convicted. You're really gonna talk about
Well,
my
we
child
can't.
right
We
now?"
don't say that on the podcast.
Sorry,
I don't care. You can say
but
whatever
like
you want.
he's not convicted, but like I'm pretty sure he did time for it. Like it's known that she married a pedophile, and her like father was one too. Like it runs in her family type shit.
Was she in the Epstein files? I
don't-
heard you can look up names.
but she's not even born American. She got American citizenship, so everybody's
There
like,
we go, Sam.
no, like she got past. She's like from the not Dominican Republic. She's from somewhere, or are they Dominican? I don't know. Don't quote me on anything.
There we go.
I don't know
She
facts.
ain't
I just know
American.
the gist. Gets
In-
me just enough to get through things. Not 100%.
I think EbsteinWeb.org.
Oh, I saw a video of somebody going, "If you weren't in the Epstein list, you weren't cool." I was like, "What?"
So who should I look up first?
Well,
Should I look you up?
bro, I'm scared I might be in the files, but low-key, I know I'm not in the file. Do you ever think about that? Are you ever scared? Like, I don't know. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be in the files, but I know I'm not in the files. But there's like, I haven't done anything to be in the files, but I don't know. The files freak me out.
If you're in the files, it was probably because they were going to abduct your ass.
That's what I'm saying. What if I was one of the island boys?
You're good, Sam.
That
You're
sounds
not
wrong.
in
I
there.
shouldn't sing that. Can you still hear me from over here?
Huh?
I'm getting more
Peop-
energy
People
drink.
can hear you, but I can't hear you.
Gotta stay energized before I go into work.
All right, let's see if Nikki's in here.
I don't think she's. Well, I want to say I think she's was. Like, why do I think the Epstein files were like in the 90s? But did you know what's his face? Elon Musk wanted to be in the Epstein. Like, there's a lot of emails between.
No, no Nicki Minaj.
Well, Elon Musk
Who else should I look up?
has emailed a lot to not Jeff Bezos, the dead guy.
Epstein.
Yeah, quotation marks around him. He's not dead, but anyway, there's a lot of correspondence being like, "Hey yo, let me into the club. Are you there yet?" Like you could tell he wanted to be with all the cool kids, but all the cool kids were like,
Well,
doing really fucked up shit.
Some people
So-
think he was invited and then he delayed accepting the invitation. So
Mhm.
some people think he was
He
uh,
knew.
huh?
He knew.
A narc.
Oh.
Yeah, so like imagine being invited, you're close with Trump, you narc it
Well,
up.
Trump's in the.
That was also years prior, but
I think Trump sold his daughter. In the like, a lot of people were selling their own kids in there and doing stuff weird. Like he has multiple children, but he's weirdly close to one of his daughters, and I think she got groomed. I'm gonna be straight up. I saw a few videos and I was like, yeah, that's a little weird.
we're gonna look up
I
our
feel
Lord and
bad.
Savior and see if he was mentioned.
But like the Epstein files alone are some like really dark shit.
Jesus Christ was not mentioned in the Epstein files.
Oh, did you know that they're moving Glenn or whatever her face is,
Mm-hmm.
the other crazy chick, to a country club-esque prison instead of her like hardcore room she can't leave cell?
I need another name. That's really all
I don't know. I don't know.
Sam, there's 6 billion people in the world.
More like 8 billion. You're a few billion off. More like 9 or 10 now.
There's a million billion people in the world. And you can't think of one name.
Well, I'm thinking of about or like people I know, and I
Yeah, and
don't
this
think
is
any of people
this is
I know would die.
2000, probably 2019 era.
19.
Yeah, 2019 is when he was first taken. All his
Oh,
shit was seized.
That's like when
Right?
yeah, he was in prison, and the prince of, not the Queen Elizabeth's son, not the line that's in the throne, but like the spare or whatever, the king's brother currently. They took away his royal titles and everything
I did hear about that.
because he was emailing after he was in prison saying, "My guy, I'm sorry. You're a superb friend." That was a quote from it. He called him a superb friend, and that
Nobody's name's looking up, so I need one that is.
I don't know. I was trying to sleep the other night and the Epstein files popped in my head and I couldn't fall asleep. It grossed me out. I was thinking about that chicken art. And I really hope it's art and not people eating babies. Because I've seen a few testimonies of like children and stuff. I don't know if they were real or not, but it was just like, yeah, my dad makes them eat the babies. And it was like, it really weirded me out and made me very uncomfortable.
I think that was Photoshop, but I think you said it was an artist.
Yeah, so I heard that it was fake, and then I heard that it was an artist made it. So it's not like a real dead baby, but it is a sculpture of a dead baby, which is weird, one would argue. And he like it was a gift type of thing. It was just very like, why would you even, but the artist has a lot of paintings of naked people. So it's not out of character for him, but it's like, why is it you have never made a baby in those photos? I mean, like in your art publicly, why are you making a baby? Like it was just, crossing a line. And even just imagining it looks too real to even, it just grossed me out. It was a very disturbing photo.
Oh, super disturbing.
Yeah, like it was, and people were talking about it, so I was like looking at it for like 5 minutes. I was like, "What are you talking about? This crazy photo in the Epstein files?" Because nobody was saying it, and then somebody said, "Look at the foot." I was like, "What foot?" And then I was like, because then I was like, "Oh my god!" And then I just couldn't. And then I saw more videos about it, and then I was like, "I hope it's a sculpture." But if you had a pet bald eagle, what would you name it? Because in Peacemaker, it's named Eagly, and you have a
Eagly?
photo of an eagle, so that popped in my head. I kind of wanted to change the subject from,
Okay,
toast
I'm looking up
babies.
different names. I looked up the word Pope, and
which Pope?
well, Pope Francis isn't in there,
Okay, cool.
but the word Pope comes up a bunch of times, and the first thing is from Boris Nikolic,
Nick.
He's nuts. No, that's really his name.
I know. I was
That's-
like, wait a second.
To Jeffrey Epstein, and it says Bill Gates is the most admired person in the world, according to a global survey. The man who many see as responsible for the democratization of computing, and who is the biggest activist philanthropist across the globe, is highly regarded everywhere. He tops the polls in China. Where did it say? Oh, in his home, America, he ranks only 5th behind Pope Francis, President Obama, Billy Graham, and George W. Bush. Billy Graham is up there. That's crazy. Bush, Mr. Obama, and the Pope have a strong lead in the Western nations. You know, but Mr. Gates is highly regarded in every country polled. Not for long, not after all that BS that.
Well, even what's his face went to Epstein Island. The guy that was the scientist that was in the wheelchair. The
Stephen Hawking.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I've seen videos of it was like wheelchair people chasing little kids around, and it's like this is what he was doing.
What's crazy is Bill Gates seems to embody a 14-year-old billionaire, which, I mean,
Well, they say the moment you got rich is the moment you get stop growing in your head. Like
I
Taylor
heard it was
Swift,
the moment
she
you
got famous at a young age, so now she's always going back to high school.
Well, I thought I've heard it's the moment you like with drugs, like the moment you start using. The last time when you start using is when you like plateau, and that's when you're addicted to something. So I could see how that could be applied to money and fame, and similar to drugs, money is one hell of a drug, you know. So I could see him becoming a billionaire at 14. Now he's in these interviews, and they're like, "Did you give your wife an STD?" And he goes, "Oh, well, he emailed himself."
Well,
and it's
my thing is people usually equate money to morals sometimes.
money to
Like
more.
you're such a great guy, you can build this business, and like they just don't question, oh, you're like you built this business, and they think equivalent of being successful business wise is successful as internal goodness. Like, oh, Steve Gates, he's this amazing guy.
Bill Gates, Steve Jobs.
Same. He created this giant company. Oh my gosh, he's such an innovator of technologies. What a good moral guy because of it. You know what I mean? Like he's such an inspiration. Like they're molding him into something. The public is molding him into a moral
any
person.
celebrity.
And yeah, hence the thing. I'm just using him as an example, but it's just like you equivalent fame as knowledge a lot of times. And there's a on Ellen. The chick that does the Princess Diaries, she goes and does this whole thing, and she's like, see how how famous people can make you do things. You know what I mean? And it was like, I learned this meditating. Now blow through a lemon hole. And she's like, y'all look stupid. I just told you to do that, and you thought I was smart.
That reminds me of when Elon went on Twitter one time, and I think of this all the time. I don't know why. It pops in my head every now and then. Usually if I ever want to give advice. Because he went on Twitter one time and he said, my doctor said if you lay up with your head at an angle while you sleep under a few pillows, it's better for your breathing. And the comment section was just like, shut the fuck up. You're a billionaire, not a doctor. You know, they were just dragging him through the mud.
That's like sleep apnea, though, that you're not supposed to like...
Yeah, and I was like, he's not wrong. But because he's a celebrity.
I mean, like, if you sit up and like sleep like that, it can cause sleep apnea.
Oh, I've always had better sleep.
It's either way around, but like
it makes sense why by keeping your head up.
I read not read.
You'd be less congestion.
I saw a TikTok where it's like if you sleep in a certain angle, your mouth's open, like slanted up, it makes it harder to breathe.
It's almost like people. It's the opposite of what you were saying. Like a lot of people when they listen to celebrities.
But I'm not a doctor, so don't quote me.
And they're all hopping on these celebrities' dicks, and they're doing what they're doing, and they're looking retarded. But like in that moment, and I'm sure with a lot of other celebrities too, they give advice and it's unwarranted, or the public just doesn't agree, and they're like
certain.
Don't tell me how to better myself. I don't want to hear that from you. I want to hear money. I want to hear AI. Get with the program.
I don't know. People like to think bettering themselves in a business and career is equivalent to successful in your internal dialogue. Like youth growing as a person, I feel like it would be more successful than, you could be a hobo and not
Hmm.
have a job, and you are like, okay, I'm comfortable with myself, I love myself, and I know every aspect, and I just the understanding of himself is more than most of the famous people because they don't understand themselves,
Yeah.
or there is no internal growth. They just like gimme, 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 not what can I do for myself, like internally, like am I a good, kind, good person,
Yeah.
like it's usually a vortex of a black hole they become.
I think it breaks down into parts because, like, a homeless person, maybe one person's trash, another man's treasure. Something applies to one person, it doesn't apply to the other. Like a homeless person with absolutely no job, no nothing, and they wake up, they meditate, they
It's like
go,
they have time to think about
but
themselves versus
they go hunt or something. They got their
always
food,
having a distraction.
they have what they
Famous people
need,
have.
and the rest of the day they're just enlightened. You know. Now they might be taking care of themselves, but to someone else they're not because they can't take care of anybody else except be an example. But a businessman who takes care of himself, he wakes up, he goes to the gym, he's healthy, he's making money. Are you? Oh,
I didn't
okay.
want them to hear.
That's
Say
the best
one second.
part. No, it's fine. You can do whatever you want, actually. I've now that I'm thinking about it, I've done it in past episodes. Okay, well, Sam's using the bathroom. Instead of pausing, we're gonna go ahead and look up some names. Because why not? Why not? In the Epstein list. I wanted to go over Epstein files, the Grammys things. We went over the Grammys. I could go a little bit more. I could probably talk about that for a while. Um, the anti-ice stuff. I wanted to go over Don Lemon. Probably do that next time. And then the Netflix, HBO, Supreme Court. Psych. Sam's back. I was talking about what I want to go over next time, but I was about to look up some more names in the Epstein files, but you just returned.
I'm back. Did you know who was it? It was like
Who is someone you look up to in the industry, the entertainment industry?
I don't know. I've seen videos where it's
Let's
like
ruin our day.
my famous person would never be in the Epstein files, but there was like Fatty Fazbear, which is a character for cartoons within the files. Like it was like some random people. Squeeze me. This
I don't think
energy drink's-
anybody, all of my people.
What? Shane Gillis.
He got famous too
Too late.
too late.
I don't think they would let any comedians in, if I'm gonna be honest. They would probably be like, "What the fuck?" Or
Yeah.
they would make a joke about it and be a little too open. But I do believe they were killing people.
Well, I think it depends. I think legit stand-ups,
Like there's
stand-up
no
comedians
yeah.
are like they wouldn't. They might. It depends. I don't think they'd let them
But
in.
you want to get real political?
No, I'm just saying
I think Epstein was a spy for the Israeli state.
Hamas.
No, not Hamas. Israel.
Yeah, that's Hamas is Israel's CIA.
I think it's okay. I think I saw somebody break down like a former spy was like when you become a spy you have unlimited funds and only a few countries actually blackmail people, and the way that it was like his house for sure. The island was a place for blackmail. No doubt about it. It was just like,
Black males and little kids.
A, where did the money come from? You know what I mean? And B, what are you doing with the blackmail? Because I'm pretty sure he was like, I don't know if he actually used it to blackmail people.
What?
The blackmail,
Of course he did. I'm
like
sure.
first, like
Or he sent it to
I mean,
countries.
like politically, or like that's what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
where did all the info? Where these files and like he has all these files.
And now we
what
have
was he
them.
doing with them? Is more like
I think-
I understand how he got them, what he did to get them. The files explain that. I understand the purpose of it. Blankly is to blackmail, but is there more behind having this stuff? Like, is it just okay now? If I ever need a flavor, I can flavor.
If I ever need a flavor.
If I ever need a favor, I could, like a politician. That I can understand. But the way it was just all, I don't know. I feel like there's a bigger picture. One could argue the Epstein files alone is the edge to the iceberg. Because even like, I'm not gonna lie, some of the shit they're saying, I wouldn't put it past some rich people to do. Like,
Yeah, I think they
did
were
you hear
like,
about? I think it's Belarus or something. It was not Belarus. You talked about Belarus.
mhm.
No, it was a European country that was at war, and they're just now coming out that these like millionaires were going there to hunt people. Like there was safari tours where you would pay, and they're like, we can guarantee children, women,
Yeah.
and things like that.
Who knows? Like,
But like,
imagine
it's coming out now. Like the governments at the time are like, yeah, we're finding out numbers, names, this, and they're like locations. Like,
and they
it's
probably already
legit.
knew, and they were just like,
I want to. Yeah, it's like
imagine you're a government, you're getting you're
truth-
pocketing money, and then another country goes, hey, this was in the files.
well, the truth always comes out thousands of years after the fact. So,
Well, hopefully not thousands.
but you know, it's metaphorical.
The victors,
Like the island
The good-
boys are all grown up now. A lot of Epstein's victims are all grown up. A lot of them were taking out.
the
because
island
they
boys
just-
were probably never on the island.
I
Those are
think-
his nephews, I think, in that picture.
Oh, you think a pedophile won't touch his own like family?
Oh no, I'm saying I don't think the island boys
Oh.
are Epstein's nephews.
I don't know.
I don't think those were the kids.
The island boys make out with each other, and so I
Yeah.
think it would explain a lot of their messed up behavior. Is it
I mean,
like a
Florida
coping
is
mechanism like
the
face
most
tats?
southern state.
Well, not really. Texas is further down. It's not the long like
Texas is
Closed
further
off.
down the long way.
on our coast. Yeah, but
Peanut
on
butter
the-
jelly the long way. I think that's my
I just don't
only
want to think about
vocal
Epstein
stem.
right now.
Hmm?
I don't really want to think about Epstein stuff.
Yeah,
right
no,
now. It's
we
kind
have
of
plenty to talk about.
all over the internet.
We went over Grammys. We've talked about Ice last time. You know who Don Lemon is?
Sounds familiar.
Don Lemon.
Sounds familiar.
Uh,
Is he he's
gay
giving his
black
white-
man.
Yes, I do know him, and I know that his white husband is very protective of him.
Oh God.
That makes sense. I've seen the videos where he's like, this man does not play around with his husband, his significant other. He's like,
Oh,
we
he
gotta
better.
go.
He better.
He pulled
not
up to the
play
prison
around.
and he was like, come on, we're going.
Yeah.
And Don Lemon was trying to give an interview, and he went
In
and
prison?
snatched him. No, outside walking out of prison or something. And the husband was like, he did the classic, like he looked like a bodyguard. He was like, come here, like he grabbed his hand. He was like,
A
"We're not
bottom
moving."
guard.
No, that man's a top.
Oh, a
Don
top.
Lemon is the bottom. If let's be all serious here.
Let's be Dom
Or at
Lemon.
most, they're both witches. But
Uh, keep going. Keep going.
what?
No,
That's
yeah.
my experience. With
You know
them.
why he went to prison? Why
No,
he
not at all. Never seen
went
that man a
to-
day in my life other than those videos about his husband protecting him.
he went in a church and was interviewing people. He got fired from CNN, and then
Oh, okay.
Elon Musk offered him a job as
Yeah.
to be a podcaster, journalist, or something for X.
Yeah.
So he interviewed Elon,
Sold one soul to another.
but with respectfully, he asked Elon a bunch of hard questions.
And was Elon prepared for them? Or
Elon
was he
said,
like,
"You're fired."
oh, so he was like, this is not why I hired you, clearly.
Yeah, he said, "You don't do that to your boss. You don't."
Interview your boss.
Yeah, but he asked him. Don Lemon has a tendency to like corner you
yeah.
every time and like be kind of pompous about it. In my personal opinion, he's
Yeah.
very overbearing.
He leaves a bad taste in the interviewee's mouth.
Yeah, probably from his boyfriend, but I'm kidding. But
That's a crazy statement.
he went to a church
Mhm.
and he was kind of
Oh, is that when you asked me if you can protest on church land the other
Yeah.
day? My stance on it, if you went in and asked the questions and they're like, you need to leave, and you're like, no, you're gonna get trespassed and you're gonna go.
yeah.
But being outside and being like, I'm not on your property is a little douchey, but like you can get away with it. Being
Yeah.
like, well, would you like
I think
to
he
speak
went
to us?
into it though.
Yeah, like going in is kind of like, again, crossing a line.
I'm all about, like you said, trespassing. You know, it's trespassing, blah
like-
blah blah.
Oh my
But-
God, you kind of,
A few people I look up to in the podcasting world, they got so bent up on the fact it was a church, and I get it.
they go to the Hamas 24/7. They'll hit on
It's
Hamas's-
just that's what I'm getting at. There's like it's just like you're so bent out of shape. I don't know. I could go in the whole like God even says like don't worship the cross, don't worship the building, you know,
the
worship me.
symbolism, yeah.
You know, so
Like that's mega churches and they do all their stuff.
it's
yeah.
just almost hypocritical. And a lot of
Can
these
I say
guys are
one thing,
usually
though?
middle line men guys. But
I never felt as religious as I did watching The Righteous Gemstones.
really,
And
baby.
ironically, this show was it was exposing the mega churches and how much they mess with the money and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
But there was this lady on TikTok, and she had a list of churches and like Hamas's and all that or whatever.
Hamas's.
You know what I meant? And all that. And she went down and she's like, she puts the fake baby crying in the background, and she's like, "Hey, can I get baby food?" And it's been like it was like, okay, if a baby hasn't eaten in a few hours, they're like actively starving. So she went and she's like, "Yeah, my baby hasn't eaten all night. Like, I need your help."
On the
blah,
phone?
blah. Yeah, like, can I pick up some baby formula at your church? Like, I didn't know if you guys do that. You know, your church,
Bring your baby.
you know, that's kind of the vibe you help the community in need.
Yeah.
And a lot of them was like, we don't do that here. We're not going to do that unless you're a member or unless you like, there was all these like caveats.
Like, oh, do you attend? Are you a member?
And even if you were a member, it's like, we do not do that. And it was like mega churches that she called, but like a lot of Catholic churches were like, yeah, we have baby food, you could just come here, we got you. A lot of the
Jesus Christ.
a lot of the mosques were
Savior.
like, yeah, no question down, didn't even have to, do you have baby food? Yeah, we can,
But the mega churches were like,
we like, no. And a lot of them were like, what baby food do you need? We can make sure you are taken care of. Here are resources. But it's like the traditional Christian churches versus Catholic.
It is interesting. Yeah,
because Catholics focus on community versus like Christians are like, you gotta come here. Catholics will go to a community and take care of people even though they're not Catholic themselves.
Yeah, I think most churches will. Because it's
like,
all about
north is the feast. Catholic churches do the feast.
Yeah, a lot of it
Christians.
is.
I've never seen a Christian church go out of their way unless it's like fundraising or self-interest of the church.
Christian is a large denomination though, because it takes up. Yeah, it takes up a bunch of other religions, so it's probably not as necessary to indoctrinate people. So you don't really have to go in there and
even there's a big thing is Christians are taught to, well, this is my church. Like, this is like, you know how they're more preachy than Catholics, like cradle Catholic. Okay, so there's this big debate going on versus cradle Catholics, which are people born as Catholics like us, and converts. Cradle Catholics are more chill and don't preach their religion because they don't feel a need to. But
were they Catholic since birth?
That is what cradle Catholic, like cradle, like a baby cradle.
And
then other Catholic, I mean, like converts, they're from religions like Christianity and stuff like the mega churches, where they make a point where you go and preach.
Yeah.
And so they like to correct cradle Catholics a lot. And cradle Catholics had a big debate on like this whole thing going on while the Pope was getting elected. Was the debate whether like what's better, cradle or convert? And it was just like converts were just very pushy.
Yeah, I think the whole idea is to
like, it's a cultural thing from Catholic cradles versus a religious thing for converts.
Well, there's a nice story I like where I forgot who it was, but someone had two sons, one left, and the other one stayed, and the one that came back, anything he asked the dad for, the dad would give it to him.
Is this a Bible verse?
It's a story in the Bible.
Okay, cool. I was like,
anything.
I don't know if these were
no,
like
this is Don Lemon and his husband's son.
Yeah, I was like, where are we getting this at?
No, so the son that came back, anything he'd ask for, the dad would give it to him, and the other son got jealous, and he was like, "I've been here the whole time. Why don't you give it to me? Give me this stuff." And he said, "Well, your brother asked for it," and I think the idea is like a lot of cradle Catholics and Catholics that just pull up have a lot. Anybody, religious people who are born with that ideology, and religious people who find it later in life, they share similar aspects of the son that stayed, because they've never, maybe it's just the religious people that never leave. They never left. They never.
Well, cradle Catholics are more like, you're raised in the church, but you're not necessarily like, it's more like a cultural thing. Like for us, we're not like, oh my gosh, let's go to church every day. But it's more like, okay, we're Catholic, you know what I mean? We don't need to go to church every day type thing. Versus the converts where they're like talking about like they make it a cornerstone to their personality type thing.
Yeah, I was thinking, I agree, and I think that's what that son that stays is he makes the fact he never left his personality. That's a
I
fair
don't
point.
think he's making it his personality. I think it's more like you're recognizing him and giving him rewards and praise, and yet I'm here in my duty taking care of you, and you don't even do anything about, like, I'm clearly more better towards you than Father, what about me? I think it's more necessarily talking about advocating for yourself. Be like, well, he asks. Well, you should kind of, go out of your way, Dad, and give it to me because I'm here, but I shouldn't have to ask. And the dad's like, well, you're not going to get anything in this life unless you ask.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's
I
we
take it
can't
more literal.
we can't read each other's minds.
You
The
know what
way
I
I
mean?
see it, the way I saw it was more of like those two sons represent two people, and then the father represents God. So like one person is a cradle Catholic who never leaves his religion,
Yeah,
and the other one,
I can see it from that point of view.
yeah,
What
the
you're
other one
saying,
goes and explores other religions one day and comes back, and then
but it's very anti our religion. Well, not really anti our religion. It's very like you're not supposed to go to other churches. But it's
yeah,
not
but
as
God, I
bad.
don't think God is, I don't think the universe or
But like,
whatever your religion is, I don't think
but it's stated we're not supposed to worship other gods and things like that, idols.
I don't think you're condemned
Curiosity.
for yeah, look for going over there and seeing
One would
what's going on.
argue you
Hmm?
would burn in hell because of it, because of the Bible. See, that's my thing. I don't necessarily. Okay, the Bible itself has been rewritten and re-edited thousands of times for political reasons. Even the modern day Bible, Saint, all just like all these like King James Bibles, all this like even Lucifer wasn't even like in the original Bible. It was
Hmm.
made because of a political opponent. Even gays were about in like in the Bible. It was a verse about pedophilia, not men shall lay with men. It's men shall not lay with boys. And like they recently found where they switched the translation, and it was like, oh my gosh, this is the Bible where they did it, and it was like this big news, and it was just like the core message is like just be a good person and just be kind. And people like to take his words and construe them in ways that are like justify reasons to hurt people. And it's like, this land was promised to me 3,000 years ago because the Bible said so. I can go there and just hurt all these people because of this. No. Like, the Bible at most is a tutorial on what, like, if you do something bad, there are consequences. And even though you might not experience them, it's just like, hey, by the way, your actions have consequences. I think that is what the Bible is at the end of the day, is if you hurt somebody, there's so many thousands of things you do not see coming, but that is coming back at you.
I could branch off in so many directions
Like you know what I mean? Like if
with a
you punch somebody in
dialogue.
the face with violence, violence is never ending. Like if you hurt somebody, they're gonna hurt you back.
Have
Eye for an
you
eye type thing, all that stuff.
have you ever read I think it's called the Jefferson's Bible, Edison's Bible?
No.
One of I think it was one of our presidents took the Bible,
Mm-hmm.
cut up took out all the make believe, all the magic, and
The
yeah,
God
like
stuff.
the burning bushes and stuff. And
The miracles that he took out all
yeah,
the miracles
all the miracles,
of
took
all the
all of it
God
out.
stuff.
Only took the stuff like eye for an eye, and like
Eye from a eye comes from the Hammurabi Code. It was all like the first laws set, and it was like if you like what we learned about it in middle school. It was not Harambe. It was like the ape.
the
No,
Jefferson Bible, 1820 book constructed by Thomas Jefferson.
but if you look up where does eye for an eye come from, it's from the first laws ever written.
From Abu Dhabi,
Not Abu Dhabi. It starts with a H.
Hamas.
Not Hamas, but it's like
What was it? Eye for an eye?
yeah. So it was we learned about it, and it was like the first set of laws and things like that. Not really first set. I don't think it was the first set. It was just like it was. It was something. But I know the Romans were the first ones to publicly post their laws, so that if like people broke them, they're like,
Gandhi?
no, it was Harambe. or something. It was old.
Harambe.
I know I keep on saying Harambe, but it's like super duper old. But the Greeks and like the Romans and stuff, they posted it in like the city square and stuff like that, and said if you break these laws,
Gandhi.
you cannot know it. It was something in the Middle East, I'm pretty sure.
Why? Where's my AI? Why is my AI shit not working?
But like,
Why am I on Yahoo? Sam, what'd you do to my computer?
Chrome really let me down.
Well, Google don't pop up anymore. It's all Yahoo's my
Yeah, I don't like YooHoo.
my browser.
I like Google Chrome. Or no, it's
Google's not my default browser anymore, and
why?
you're scaring me, Sam.
It's just I don't know. I think
It was
you can
turned off.
you can be a good person without being religious. You know, you don't need to tell somebody, "Hey, don't rape or else you're going to hell," for them to not rape, you know. They should
I agree.
just
What I was saying though,
Yeah.
what
I get what
feel,
you're saying.
um the cool thing about the Bible, I think, is it gives you the ability. It it opens your mind a little bit, and it gives you a reason to be faithful. Like, for example, the whole you can't explore other religions or else
Mm,
you'll go to hell.
yeah.
Something I read the other day, I think it was from
But like Christians are
the
way
book of
harder
John.
about it too.
The book of John, it says, uh, what is it? Oh my goodness. Fuck. It was something about, oh, to fear God. To fear God is the beginning of wisdom. To know the Holy One is to understand. If if for me, if I take those words and put them backwards, to fear God is the beginning of wisdom. I believe God is everything. So
Yeah. See, my thing is, don't think you should fear God. And a lot of people have been like, and I'm like, I don't think if God created us, I really don't think we should fear him. I think we should love him if like, you know what I mean?
mhm.
But when you get into the aspects of, oh, you shouldn't fear God, it's like get into the territory where it's, what was it? It was this show, and he's like, you're right. I stood over the ant pile all day burning them, and God could be the same way.
Yeah, God could be standing over us,
Like,
pissing all over,
yeah, like I don't
all
think
over us.
a creator creates something just so, you know, to fear it. Like, I created you solely to fear me is kind of like, ooh, it's a
I
little
think the
icky.
context is more like I said, I
Like,
believe
do it or else type vibe. Worship me
no.
or else.
Like I believe God is everything. So if there's a level of fear in everything, that's the beginning of wisdom. If you're afraid but you can overcome that fear
I don't
because
know. When humans get scared, they get violent.
maybe it's control.
Hence the editing of the Bible all the times.
And then it goes to understand the Holy One is or to know the Holy One is to understand. So to understand to begin to understand and through that fear you not only know God but you start to
Yeah.
understand everything.
I don't know.
You
I
know,
think
if
the
you see
best
it
way,
backwards. That's what
yeah.
I'm saying.
I see what you're saying. I get it.
I think the Bible's more of it's like poetry.
A tool.
You know, and
Yeah.
if you read through the poetry, it gives you context for faith. And I think most religions are languages, and I speak English. You know, I don't speak Spanish, but if
Hola, ¿cómo
someone's speaking Spanish,
estás?
you know what I mean. If someone who is maybe someone who speaks a
I just think to experience God, you have to live and go out instead of being in a room with somebody telling you, like reading the Bible is you knowing God versus you going out and like living. I feel like me experiencing life is knowing Him.
I think you need a little bit of both.
Like, I'm not going to sit in a room and be like, you need to read a Bible because the Bible's going to make you closer to God. Da, 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 da. Well, no, the Bible's making me closer to the people who read in it.
Yeah,
And
but
the church as an organization, I don't think the church as an organization has been historically or just the church itself is about control. A lot of churches are about control. And I
I'm
think
not
organized religion is
disagreeing with you.
just icky. Like the
Yeah,
Catholic Church was built and they made it so the priest couldn't have children, so the loyalty would be only to the church. Like it's a lot of things where it's just ugh. I'd rather just know him and be a good person type vibe versus being
Yeah,
told
but
you need to sit and pray 15,000 times a day and like do backflips and cartwheels to make him happy, and
well,
it's just like
it's kind
ooh,
of like
just gives hypocrisy a little bit.
I just finished Proverbs.
Did you?
Or I apologize. I just finished Psalms.
You should read the Book of Enoch. They talk about mermaids.
I think read, I watched videos on it, but I just finished the Book of Psalms,
Mm-hmm.
and what I'm gathering from it is the diving into anything is like it's like anything else. I know we're wrap it up.
You want to wrap it up a little bit? I gotta
So
take a shower.
either way, even with podcasting,
Yeah.
the more you do it, the more you understand it. When you're working out,
That's
there's
what
just-
I mean by like living.
there's small things you can do to appreciate what you're doing, that workout, and what it's
Yeah.
gonna give you. So even reading any religion, I know, you're supposed to stay with the one you got.
Can I
but
make one real point real quick? So if you made a game and then a tutorial to the game, I will know you more by playing the game. Or well, no. If you created a game and then a third party created like a book about your game,
Mhm.
I would know you more as a person playing your game than knowing from like a filtered version of somebody else's point of view.
The game is a filtered version of my point of view.
Yeah, but you still created it. So
What if it was a porn game?
but I'm trying to get to the point as if I rather live in happiness, sadness, just anger. Those are emotions given upon me as a gift. I'm going to live them. I'm going to build things. I'm going to destroy things. I'm going to be human in every way. And it's
But if you're controlled by your emotions,
but I just don't understand why people are like, you need to do this for him to love you, and it's
Well,
like,
I think it's like Icarus.
my actions should prove myself and worthy enough. Don't think I should be condemned to hell for me not going to sit in a room for one person to preach, versus me actually living the kindness and through his words. I'm living through his actions. Like he says, be a good person, love you, take care of your family, do this, and that. I'm doing it.
Yeah, I think
don't need to be told to do
if
it.
you take the 10 Commandments as like a baseline, and you just go through each one, and if you've done each of them throughout that day, that's like a fair place to start with anything. But I see what you're getting at. I think it makes a tool to make us all a better person.
It's complicated at the end of the day.
Do you want
Most things
to
are.
before we close up shop? Do you want to shout out any social medias?
Shout out to what?
Your socials?
Hello Zachary. Hello brother that isn't here.
I know.
Love you.
He's out of state.
I'll give you a little heart. The Asians do this. See, it's a little heart. Then you got like teenagers do
love
this
you, Zach.
one, and like the millennial old people like you do this. I like the. You can't do this one, kid.
Is this like this is Satan?
No, it's a heart.
Know what I'm doing?
And then you flip it. But if I had what's it called? Aha, this would be my domain expansion. Would be a heart. I feel like that would be pretty cool. You know what a domain expansion is from JJK? Domain expansion.
Domain expansion.
Yeah. I'm gonna go start getting ready.
You don't want to put your socials?
brain crushing work.
What's your Instagram handle?
No, I like to be private.
Samuel in Paris?
Don't tell them, Ryan. Oh,
Did you ever look up if that's her handle?
No, because my phone was gonna die.
Oh,
Well,
well.
we should do it.
Well, I'll do it next time.
Yeah.
I'm sure someone will find it. But
Goodbye, world.
goodbye, world. Thank you. Love you guys. Y'all
You
be
can keep
safe out
talking.
there. And I'll see you next time.